friends, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a beautiful day from wherever you're tuning in today. This morning we got up, finished packing our bags, and we are going to hit the road to head to Puerto Vallarta. I'm 37 weeks pregnant, so we are taking this opportunity to sneak in a last mini road trip. The beaches aren't quite open yet. We do have an Airbnb with a pool and a couple friends we're gonna visit. We're really just taking this chance to get out of the city, enjoy some time to recharge and relax before our family dynamic changes yet again. It was kind of a last minute decision to head over to the coast. That being said, we're also going to challenge ourselves to stay on a $500 budget. So I will be breaking down our costs over the video to show you how accessible it is to enjoy some time as a family, get out of the house, and stay in budget. Arrived in Vallarta. We had a pretty easygoing drive here. Everything went smoothly. The girls were so good, and although the beaches are closed, we have a beautiful ocean view, and the smell of the ocean is just amazing. That live here in Puerto Vallarta. So they took us to a beautiful little river spot. There's quite a few people here today, but it's so nice to see people out and about and not stuck in their houses like everybody has been the past couple months. Look at them.
Okay, look at me, but don't move. We are back at our Airbnb. We are exhausted, we are sweaty.
We are a little sunburnt, but I count this as a very successful day. Good morning, friends. As you can see, I got quite a bit of sun yesterday. I am definitely a little crispy. But I'm enjoying my coffee on the patio this morning with the ocean in the background. It is quite bright out, so I'm a little squinty this morning. But it is day 3 of our Vallarta visit, and it is also our friend's birthday. So I think we're going to have a bit of a birthday celebration for her today. We're gonna head back tomorrow morning, hopefully hit up either the river or the beach if we can find a spot. It's such a good feeling to be here and out of the city of Guadalajara for a little bit, out of the craziness before we welcome baby number 3 in the next couple of weeks. Vallarta has definitely been suffering through the COVID-19 situation. We're supposed to be opening hotels, flights, beaches, restaurants, all that stuff on June 1st. That ended up being pushed to June 15th is my understanding, and we're really just hoping that that really does happen. It is really a sad reality for so many people that have lost their jobs in such a tourist dependent city. We are going with the flow as of now, enjoying our time here and just being grateful to be able to spend this time at home with our children, enjoying these moments, because I know it is a very stressful, unfamiliar, uncertain time for an incredible amount of people. And yeah, so I just wanted to express my gratitude there. We don't know what's going to be going on with the girls and the Montessori school that they attend in Guadalajara. With new baby coming in the next couple of weeks, we are just kind of taking it day by day, all the dogs, week by week, and seeing what feels best for our family. We have definitely contemplated on making Vallarta more of a longer term for us. Maybe changing up the scenery a little bit, checking out what Vallarta has to offer for our family for a little bit. Ended up being the perfect afternoon. We found a nice quiet little beach spot off the highway, a nice little slice of sand, some shallow water for the girlies. It was honestly just so nice to be back at the ocean. Baby is still on the inside. That was probably our main concern going at that 37, 38 week pregnancy mark, was that baby would decide to come a week or two early and surprise us all with a home birth in Vallarta, which was definitely not our plan. So we made it home after a very exhausting but incredibly needed getaway. We decided that it was kind of a now or never trip to make before we were too close to my due date. It just really filled our cups with so much gratitude, and it was a nice recharge before our family dynamic changes. I did also want to add a little bit more of a challenge to this trip for a video's sake and for our own budgeting. We decided to put a budget on this trip. You know, baby's coming. We do have tentative plans to potentially relocate in the next couple months. There's a lot of things up in the air, and we decided, you know what, let's make this on a budget and see how much we can fit into our 4 days away without going out and spending a ton of money. I do know that the economic effects of COVID have caused a lot of financial struggle in the past 3-4 months. But I wanted to offer this as maybe just even a slice of motivation to get out there and enjoy yourself. Go do something. You don't have to spend a bunch of money to create really wonderful memories. That being said, we set a $500 budget for 4 days. There are 4 of us in the family. That is in Canadian. I think at the time when I Google converted it, it was like just under 9,000 pesos. Yes, we have been here almost a year and a half, and my brain still works between Canadian dollars and pesos, so I probably will mention both throughout. Of course, everything we paid for on our trip was in pesos, but it shows up on my bank statement in Canadian dollars. So to start our trip, I did the good old Airbnb search. It takes me so long to just choose an Airbnb. I really like to look at all my options and the deals and get the best price for the best value. And I think we pretty much hit the jackpot on this Airbnb. It was everything we needed. Great space. There was quite a hill trek up to it, but the walk was 150% worth the views. I swear nothing beats ocean views while you're having your morning coffee or eating your mangoes for breakfast. It is mango season, so that is pretty much all we ate the past couple days. We ended up spending $180 Canadian. As of right now, that is 2,900 pesos. Yes, you can get cheaper places, but this one really worked. We were happy with it, and we stayed for 3 nights. So it was a place that we could settle in for a couple days without having to move from place to place. 180 bucks. So first step, booking Airbnb, that was covered. Secondly, we had to get there. So getting to Puerto Vallarta, there's a couple different routes you can take. After learning the hard way, which is probably a year ago now, I posted a video on our first road trip to Puerto Vallarta. We took the free highways, and it was pretty intense. We have learned that taking the toll highways is just the easiest, safest, best way to go for our family. It's kind of self-explanatory. Toll highways, you are required to pay a toll to drive on the well-maintained highway. We paid 824 pesos for the whole trip, round trip. We did hit more tolls on the way there than we did back. And just from experience driving to the States and back through Mexico, some tolls are closed at certain times of the day, sometimes they're closed all the time, sometimes they're run by volunteers. It is a really interesting setup. But we spent 50 bucks almost on the dot Canadian to drive there and back on the paid highways. In addition to highway costs, there is the fuel as well. We spent $73 Canadian getting there and back, so 1,200 pesos, 1,200 pesos in gas. It is a very mountainous, curvy drive to the beach, so of course that adds to your gas mileage as well. So proud of myself for actually keeping track of these things. I even managed to keep track of every peso we spent on food. So that came to 1,920 pesos, which is about $117 Canadian right now. We did go to a restaurant twice. The first time was the evening we arrived for supper, and the second time being the following morning for breakfast. On top of trying to support the local restaurants as much as we could during our trip, we also avoided the grocery store until it came down to our barbecue night. I did grab some vegan meat to cook on the grill for our Mexican cookout. Other than that, all the rest of our produce, fruits, veggies, taco stand stops, all that stuff was to support local restaurants and the local people. Keeping this in mind, we do own our car, so there was no cost to rent a car. We already have weather appropriate clothes, so we didn't have to go buy things for our trip. And on top of that, the stop that I did make at the grocery store ended up being extremely efficient and abundant, so I ended up bringing home more than half a bag of rice and a couple other little things that they didn't have supplied in the Airbnb, but we did need just for a couple days of in-home cooking. And that was really all we spent money on. Food, gas, hotel, tolls. Just the basics. So the grand total of our 3-night, 4-day mini family of 4 getaway before a baby makes his or her arrival, we ended up spending 6,844 pesos, which currently with the exchange rate is $420 Canadian, which puts us $80 under budget. I'm never under budget on things. I always strive to stay on budget, but I have really bad spending willpower. So, challenge of a budget and spending aside, we did have a really great vacation. It was our last big adventure out before baby makes his or her way earthside, and it was definitely the last adventure I'll be taking this pregnant. It was really nice to switch up the scenery, see our friends, and make sure our girls really do know how appreciated they are and how loved they are, and that even though things are about to change, that our love for them definitely does not. So before my pregnancy hormones come out and I get too emotional on you guys, I wanted to say thank you so much for tuning into today's video. I don't know if I'll be getting another video to you guys before this little one makes their arrival. Next time I talk to you guys, I will probably be joined by a newborn. So if you liked today's video, please give it a thumbs up. You can subscribe to my channel if you aren't already. Hopefully you'll be seeing more videos from Vallarta if we end up coming here for a longer term period. And I'll talk to you guys next week.